We became involved in restoring this park because we heard, both of us, a piece on NPR radio about 2 years ago that included a speech from Sally Liuzzo, Viola's daughter, talking about how the park in Detroit is run down, and it really made her sad and her family sad. You know, we can't forget the healing for her family. They're coming together. They are thrilled. They have cried on the phone. They are so thrilled that their mother is getting recognition.
I think that it's amazing and absolutely so gratifying that Detroit, after 50 years, is going to do something to take ownership of the fact that my mother and her family, we were all from Detroit. I love Detroit. It was where I was raised. It's where my mom and dad chose to raise their family. To finally have some remembrance of her, and especially in the way of the park that's in there in the neighborhood, and it involves children, and involves neighborhood, and involves people coming together. To me, that's what a park represents.
It's amazing. It's nothing I even thought of or dreamed that would happen, would have came forward so fast and so quick because of Viola Liuzzo.
Solidified the plan. There's going to be pickleball courts instead of tennis courts.
I felt much closer to her as I learned more about her, and I felt like I really wanted to do something for her, just mom to mom.
We have a neighborhood that has a very solid core group of people that love that area, that love that little park.
I want to do everything in my power by living in this neighborhood to make sure that this park here be dedicated to her family, to let them know their mom didn't just die in vain, that she will always be living in this park right here. And we want that to be the most beautiful thing that they can receive from their mom death.
It's really about really restoring Detroit and people's faith that good things can happen. I mean, it's bigger than the park. It's really bigger than Detroit.
Her 50th anniversary, I think it's one of the most important times in my life that I can stand here and say to you, that lady was brave. She was determined.
I started to see so much of myself in her, and I know how much I love my family, and I'm sure she loved her family just as much, and it had to have been difficult to make that decision to go to Selma.
The question that we probably got, or the remark that we got more than any other, was the fact that my mother was not a good mother to abandon her kids and go down south and get involved in something that really wasn't any of her business. It wasn't her fight. She didn't need to go down there. It took a long time, I think, for all of us. I used to treat that as if it was a real question. Today, the question for me is when you look in the eyes of those people who were so dramatically and so immediately, their lives were so much better because of the right to vote and the changes that brought about, that they embraced me and loved me for no other reason than that I'm my mother's daughter. That's the difference she made in their lives. The question ultimately was, if she was a good mother, she wouldn't have left her children, and why did she go? And my question now is, why didn't everybody go?